Yo, so I was doing the dishes and I had an epiphany that came to me. Now, I don't really know where to put the phone, so I guess I'll just put it here and hopefully it stays. I guess it should. Basically, like, what I was thinking about. What the heck? Oh. What I was thinking about was the fact that we are all just a factor of our environment, right? We are what our environment is. If you spend, like, for example, right? If you spend time, like, 24/7 inside of like a toxic waste, right? You're just swimming inside of a pool. Like, okay, for example, right? There is this thing where you have still water, right? The water's completely still, no movement at all, and it gets a ton of bacteria. It's like this brain-eating bacteria. And if you go to jump in it, you're gonna get an infection, right? It has like a 98% chance of killing you in 5 seconds or something, right? And once you jump into that environment, that still water, that bacteria is going to go in you and it's going to up in you, right? Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't want that to happen. But I use this as an example because whenever you step into that environment, you basically just get consumed by the bacteria, microbes, or whatever, and then you die, basically, right? You step into a negative environment and you set yourself up for failure because the only thing that can come out of the negative situation is negative, right? Now, you could turn a negative situation into a positive one, but in order to do that, that requires changing your environment. Now, in the example of jumping in the still water, if you immediately get out, like, I'm pretty sure the bacteria gets in you or whatever, and you're still GG's, like, I think you're still done. Um, if you go to the hospital, you might survive, I don't really know. I'm out of the loop on that. But, let's say now, social situations, right? Bringing this to interactions with people, right? If you're in a toxic environment, if you're around friends that don't believe in you, if you're around people that hate you, right, dislike you, I've been told several times that I'm a waste of time, I don't deserve love, I'm a waste of space, like terrible things, right? I've been told terrible things, but I've been disregarded, man. Like I've been completely forgotten about, thrown to the side. Honestly, being like vulnerable and honest, some of my three biggest fears of all time is being forgotten, being replaced, and being ignored. As that's just what's happened to me several times. So, not even like trauma dumping, but straight up just being honest. So, in saying that, I want to mention that in situations where you're around people that treat you bad, if you're around people that hurt you, why are you going to stay in that environment, man? You have to change your environment. If you want to become a better person, you have to be around people that want you to become a better person, but also want to become a better person themselves. It's why whenever you go to the gym, you see like Johnny, Stephanie, and Michael, and all of them, they're working out, right? They might be at different stages. You know, Michael might have a 27 pack. Stephanie, she might have abs, on her back, on her abs. Like, you don't know. That's not even possible, but regardless, right? Like, you'll see people like that grouped together. Why? Because they support each other. It's a support system, and they grow based on one another. And, like, soccer teams, right? Same idea. You know, like, chefs. If you look at chefs, you know, they're cooking together. Why? Because they all like to cook. If you probably won't see a person that's super in on self-improvement, you know, they're working hard to better themselves and everything, and they're surrounding themselves with people that hurt them. They're surrounding themselves with like drug addicts and all that. Nothing bad on them, but like if you're addicted to stuff, you know, you should try and work on that, try and fix that and all. But sorry if I'm low energy or anything. I've been studying all day. I have 3 exams coming up. I'm tired, if you couldn't tell. But I say this to say, and like final overarching point, right? Because you've gotten here like 4 minutes, 20 seconds in the video, so I give you credit because your attention span now is pretty good, right? You're not clicking off if you got to this point. If you didn't get to this point, well, you suck. I'm kidding. That was me. That's my fault. But yeah, I need to stop saying so much. But yeah, the point of saying this video and the epiphany that came to me as I was washing out this container, this one here, is that we are what our environment makes us. So if you're not happy with your current conditions, if you're not happy with who you are or what you're currently doing, change your environment, change your circumstances, change your situation. Because if you don't change anything, if you decide to stay the same, your tomorrow is going to be the same as today. And if you're fine with continuing in a straight line without having any improvement, or, well, you don't really want disimprovement or whatever the word would be for that, but if you're fine staying in a complete line, that's completely fine with me. That's on you. But me personally, I want to get better. So if I want to get better, I'm going to constantly work to become the best version of myself. And in the process, I'm going to surround myself with people like that. I'm going to put myself in that environment, you know? Anyways, I'm tired. I got dishes to clean. And I got studying to do and training to do. So that's my message for the day. It's been a minute since I've done these, honestly. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye. Peace. I hate saying goodbye. I really hate that. Anyways, peace. See y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh.